Good morning, go-getters. It's time to wake up to living life on your own terms. Welcome to FU Money Mornings with me, Brent Attaway, where we talk business, marketing, sales, leadership, and pretty much anything that helps us create more FU money and live in an amazing FU money lifestyle. Let's dive in. This is one of my favorite things and exercises to do with myself probably each year, sometimes a couple times a year, and definitely with my clients over the years, we've done this in some shape or fashion. And I call it your freedom number. What is your freedom number? It's the income you would need on a monthly and or annual basis that would create absolute freedom of how you define it today. Now, don't get ahead of yourself and define it 10 years from now or define it 30 years of what freedom looks like. I'm talking right now, today, what would make you feel very free, like satisfied and happy and free, that you could walk around a whole week or two or a month and not feel like you're stressing out, wondering where money's coming from. Your freedom number is that number. Let's talk about that. Let's get into it. Let's dive in. How do you come up with your freedom number? It's actually pretty simple. So let me give you an example of what it sounds like to have a freedom number, and you can fill in the blanks, okay? So I like to do it on a monthly basis, and here's a example statement that I have written down. It will take blank dollars per month to give me everything I want, including time freedom. My average income per blank, this is your offer, per widget. My average income per widget is blank. So this is your revenue. So I earn $1,000 per consulting client. Okay, that's what I'm talking about there. That means I must create systems to consistently sell blank, the quantity, of my offer, let's use consulting in this case, to create that freedom. Now, I know that I stopped a lot and said blank and blank, so now I'm going to fill it in. It will take $25,000 per month to give me everything I want, including time freedom. My average income per consulting client is $1,000. I must create mechanisms or systems to consistently sell 25 of my consulting offers per month to create that freedom. That is it. That's my statement. That's how I want you to go about your freedom number. Now, how do you even develop your freedom number? Well, it's actually not hard. What I do is I grab a spreadsheet, like a Google sheet, and you can write this down just as easy. I just do a Google sheet because I know how to get the total sum from it a lot faster, right? I make some line items, almost like a P&L or a profit and loss statement, but in this case, it's just an income statement of here's all my line items of what it would cost, or an expense statement. I said income, I'm sorry. An expense statement of like, here's all my expenses that it would take to feel free. So example, I want somebody cleaning my house every week. I want somebody like walking the dogs for me because I don't have time or I don't want to do that part. And I want somebody mowing our lawn. I want somebody watching our kids once a week so we can go out on dates. I want somebody, of course, I need my mortgage paid or my rent. Of course, I need all my utilities paid. Like write down the obvious ones first, the standard ones that you have to be paid. That's your rent or mortgage. That is your utilities. That's your standard stuff, water, all the shelter stuff, the basics. Then on top of it, I'm talking about everything else that would equal freedom. And I mentioned some of those earlier. And down to even, and don't try to go too far out. Like for me, when I make a mistake in this, I'm like, I want a fucking helicopter, baby. And I want this and I want that. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with dreaming about that and writing that down. But I'm talking right now, over the next, let's just call it 3 years. Like what realistically, even if it's stretching you, but what realistically would just equal freedom to you? We're just like, hell yeah, every day, if that's the case, I'm happy with that. And if I can just get there, we can talk about a helicopter later, right? So the point is this, your freedom number, when you write all these things down, it's actually a lot less money than you think. It really is. Most people's freedom is around 15 grand a month. It's around, even in today's economy where everything's inflated, everything's up, interest rates are up, all this stuff, it's around $15,000. Guys, that's not that much money. Now, I get that it might sound a lot like if you're listening to this and somehow you're barely making it, $3,200 a month or $5,000 a month on average. Okay, that sounds like that's tripling your income or quadrupling your income. Okay, that might be a stretch in your mind, but when you start listening to things like this podcast, and I'll show you, it's not hard to make that money. It really is not. It's about finding the right target audience, finding the right offer, and making that offer over and over and over again. And in this case, in the example I showed you, it's just a hypothetical example, that you needed 25 consulting clients, new consulting clients every single month to keep making $1,000, or if you were charging them $1,000. Now, by the way, what if you charged your consulting clients $1,000 per month? Now you just need to keep 25 consulting clients per month, paying you $1,000 each. That's 25 grand a month. So think outside the box here. Keep it basic like I just did. That's not that outside the box, but doesn't mean you need to go get 25 new clients. Now, I get that some will cancel. That's called attrition. So some will cancel let's say in this example of 25 consulting clients paying you each month $1,000. Well, let's say 5 per month cancel. Well, that means you need to get at least 5 to 6, just to round up, 5 to 6 consulting clients you need to be gaining every month because you'll be losing that many. Understood? So now the game becomes get to your freedom number. If your freedom number is 25 grand a month, get to that number first. Then make sure you maintain that number by getting a few extra clients per month. Now that's just in a consulting example. This could be in solar clients. This could be if you're closing deals and you're a sales rep. This could be you're the owner and you know how many deals or kilowatts that need to be sold to maintain your freedom number. It's your freedom number could be fill in the X. It doesn't have to. I'm just giving you consulting as an example. If you're selling pest control, same things. It might be accounts sold as a business owner. It might be whatever it is. Accounts signed as a monthly subscription. Whatever's going to create your absolute freedom for you and your team. That's how you look at it here. You need to have it written down. You need to know exactly what you're defining as freedom today. And then go after it. Make a plan, make a system, and go after it. And if you didn't listen to the previous episodes on systems, there's 3 systems that you need to have. You can go listen to that and listen to that podcast. But that's what will get you going towards freedom and create FU money, is making sure you know your freedom number and understand that that's all it takes. Nothing more. And you'll have complete freedom of how you define it today. I get that once you get there, you might start defining freedom differently, and that's fine. I don't think any of us are ever just perfectly satisfied. You might think, for example, $25,000 is plenty, and then you get there and you're like, well, also after taxes and then after this and putting some investments away, I'd like to even invest more money, and now that I can, maybe I need 30,000, maybe 50,000 is my new number. Well, that's fine. That's your new freedom number. But for now, go after your current freedom number. Don't stretch too far out. Maybe 3 years into the future, maybe 2 years into the future of what would really equal freedom. And then write that down, know exactly how many widgets it's going to take to sell it and at what rate, and then just go get to that number as quickly as you can. And that's a wrap on another FU Money Morning. Look, if you're hungry for more, remember, you can join us in the free FU Money community, and let's make those dreams a reality. Just go to ilovefumoney.com to join the community now. Until next time, keep living life on your own terms.